what is scaffolding, the functional requirements of scaffolds, the components of scaffold, and the types of scaffold and the details of them. So, what is scaffolding? So, scaffolding can be also known as scaffold or staging, and it is used to support the workers and the raw materials to help in the construction, maintenance, repair of any man-made structure. And it is a temporary structure, which means that after it is put up, it is removed also. So the functional requirements of scaffold is that the main requirement is that it should be safe and stable. Also, while erecting, disassembling, and while reusing the scaffold, it should be easy and quick. And it should provide the workers with horizontal and vertical accessibility. It should also be structurally sturdy, so it can support its own weight and also the weight of the workers and the raw materials. And it should give access to working areas at higher levels, because now buildings are constructed with more number of floors, so it should give access to working areas at higher levels. Components of a scaffolding. So the first component is a standard, which is a vertical member of the framework, and it is supported on the ground or embedded into the ground. Then ledgers. These are the horizontal supporting members that run parallel to the wall. Then comes a put-log. This is a transverse member and is placed and they are placed with one end on the ledger and the other end right angle to the wall. Then it's the braces. These are diagonally fixed on the standards. Then planks, also called as boarding. These are horizontal platform supported on putlogs and is used for the support of workmen and materials at the time of working. And the last member are the rails, guard board, or the toe board. So these members are provided at a safe height above the working platform to guard against workmen, materials, and appliances from falling down. So the types of scaffolding. The very first type of scaffolding is bricklayer scaffolding, and which is commonly known as single scaffolding. This is a scaffolding which consists of a single framework, which is constructed parallel to the wall at a distance of about 1.2 meters. So first, the standards, which are the vertical members, they are fixed into the ground at an interval of 2 to 3 meters. Then, at a distance of 1.2 to 1.5 meters, ledgers are placed and they are connected to the standards. And putlogs are then placed on the ledgers, and with one end on the ledger and the other end is supported on the wall, as I mentioned, with and they're supported with the help of holes. So holes are made into the walls into which the putlogs are placed. When these transverse members are placed at a distance of 1.2 to 1.5 meters, rope lashing is commonly used to fasten the components. And if the height of the scaffolding is very high, sometimes the diagonal members, which are the braces, they are provided to maintain the stability of the scaffold, and they are cross diagonally fitted with the standard. Then is the mason scaffolding or double scaffolding. So, in mason scaffolding, it is commonly used in case of stone masonry, and it is stronger than the single scaffolding. So, the main difference in single and double scaffolding is that in double scaffolding, two rows of standards are fixed into the ground, with first row which is very close to the wall with 20 to 30 centimeter distance, and the other standard row of standard is 1.5 meter away from the first row. And the putlogs are positioned that are supported at both ends on the ledgers. This type of scaffolding is used commonly for stone masonry, because holes cannot be made into the stone masonry. So double scaffolding is used, in which no holes are need to be made into the wall. Sometimes rakers and cross Braces are also provided in order to make it sturdier and prevent the slipping of the scaffolding away from the wall. Also, as you can see in the diagram, mason scaffolding is completely independent of the wall surface. The third type of scaffolding is cantilever scaffolding. In cantilever scaffolding, the standards are not erected on the ground but are placed at some height above the ground level. So the standards are supported on cantilever needles made up of timber, and holes are made into the wall, and the needles pass through the hole, and they are kept in position with help of posts and wedges on one side, and on the other side, on the outward end of the needle, it is supported by an inclined strut which rests on the windowsill. So, cantilever scaffolding is used under following circumstances. When the ground is weak and the ground cannot support the standards, then the construction of the building is done on a side of a busy street. And also, when construction work has to be carried out at a very high level, cantilever scaffolding is used. Then this is suspended scaffolding, the fourth type of scaffolding. This type of scaffolding, wires, ropes, or chains are connected to the working platform of the scaffold, and the scaffold is suspended from the roof of a building. Using the rope or chain, platform can be raised or lowered at any required level. And this type of scaffolding is generally used for repair works or pointing and painting. The last type of scaffolding is steel scaffolding. So these are made up of steel tubes or steel poles. And instead of rope lashing or dogs, they are connected using couplers. And the standards are placed on base plates. So the advantage of such kind of a scaffolding is that it can be erected and dismantled rapidly. Also, it has greater strength, higher fire resistance, and durability. And this type of scaffolding is generally used for larger structures. However, the initial cost of this type of scaffolding is high. So these are the construction pics of the scaffolding. This you can see is how a scaffold is constructed. Then this is the steel scaffolding. This is double scaffolding, and this is the suspended scaffolding. This is the cantilever scaffolding, which does not rest on the ground and it is at some height from the ground. And this is single scaffolding where holes are made into the walls. Thank you.